Right on time, right on the money. Oh. That was quick. Streamlabs was here ready. Oh yeah, this definitely has like this Pokemon mystery dungeon feel. You got me? You feel? Yo, what's up, King? Knew this man would be in. Hooked, line, and sinker. I saw that last minute submission, man. Don't think I didn't see you pulling that. Whoops. Whoops. But how's it going? How's it going? This is gonna give some people some time to hop in here. 7:05 is our go time. Until then, any questions about utility are on the case. I'm honestly, the classes were kind of just a pretense to get people to like hop in, follow along, maybe take some notes, you know. What I find happens is I actually yap a lot. And honestly, like the expected value from these sessions are like whatever. This is platinum. Is this professor? It is the laboratory for the professor. Let's go. I have never seen grass before in my life. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, either you can bless my ears or my lack of relationship. You're in a comp game? You doing in a comp game for? I mean, I'm starting without you. Second that clock hits time and hits go, I'm doing my review. This is just the same theme. What? Oh, it loops because it's not long enough. I see. This is Eterna City, Platinum. Yup. Okay, I should actually, because there's a separate for night and day, I'll have to probably guess that. Because I did say day particularly. Alright. 5 minutes have passed. No utility questions. We're gonna get straight away into the review. I'm gonna just talk since they're not available. No worries. First things first. Little tracker. Peak Diamond. Currently Gold 3. We'll slot you in under Gold 3. Let's see. We're not a winner, but I know why we're not a winner. I may or may not have helped contribute to this. Man, I need you to just lock a raise. I mean, what is this? There's a couple of days that are really concerning. I'm gonna check all the games where you didn't play with me because we forced you into some weird stuff. There, raise this game? No. Bind, is this bind? And you got a duelist? No, well, you're not playing Raze here. Pearl, Reyna, Raze insta-locked? No Raze lock. Raze on the enemy team. I know Raze is bad on Pearl, but still. I'd still play it. This Lotus game. I understand having two duelists and feeling really awkward about picking the third. But that's just life, baby. Yeah, there's like some little... I guess I'm cool with duelist. There's these random like deadlock games that are kind of throwing me off. Cypher even more so. Let's see. How much you playing? Fair. I would say on the weekends and Fridays we make it into blocks, so in that we're chilling. Dang, we don't win, huh? We'll check maps to see if there's any trends. Split still is a struggle for us. Fracture's a struggle for us. I could have thunk that. Pearl's a struggle. That's kind of wild. I feel like that shouldn't be the case, huh? But again, these are all super low sample size, so I'm not gonna pull. I mean, Split we knew was kind of rough. We know we can't play Split this. And so we're still working on that, so I'm not too mad about that. All good. Okay. I've seen enough. Let's see this. Alright, cut the music. About to go ape wild. What is this? Oh, okay, cool. We're actually...
Ask him if we just played a deathmatch.
Okay, I thought we started at 1-4 or 1-3, and I was gonna be very upset because these are like really important rounds to be watching. All right.
Ask him.
This is Jet. You're in a 3 stack. I know half of these people. I think you're in a. There's no way you're in a 4 stack because I'm not playing any. I'm not playing my agent. So this is a 3 stack, no void. So you just lucked into a clove, huh?
Yo, how fast do you think I can?
Oh no, you didn't. It try as the clove, huh? You lucked into a fade, huh?
I mean, you could just.
Yeah. So this is not Raze. This is far from Raze. Despite the fact that you titled it Raze. Yo, what's up, Jay? What's up? I saw you message me and I'm like, you know, I should have probably invited the guy to play some like Rivals tonight or something. Do you need a coach? Like, unironically? You're gonna have to. You'll have to share me a bit if you're like wanting to do anything. Because I got this, my job, and then you'd be like third. This would be like your. That would be where you would sit, likely. But I'm getting trolled. I thought this was a race VOD, and they brought me a jet VOD. So, gabagoo, we take what we get, I guess. You're joking? I wasn't. You need a coach for your squad? Hey, I'm there. Just know that I won't be there crazy. And I might charge. Calm down. Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm down for the unswing. I'm actually down for you to press this dash here and retake a fight. Actually, that's weak. In comparison to like the next play, which is like you don't pop dash and you just peek off this guy. And you're strong. Life's good. If you try to take this like early engagement before your Yoru, it's gonna feel really awkward. Well...
They did not shoot the
Well.
clone!
Well,
What type of new beings
What
are
can you do?
these?
something about this seems awkward. Yeah. Oh no. I'm actually down for this play. You took a timing. This guy honestly should die. I'm not gonna lie to you. That guy should definitely die. At least not like a good chunk of the time. That's a free kill. Especially in the position you're in. He's planting. You're in an off angle. You have Sheriff. Like, on most accounts, that dude's dead. So, unfortunate. I mean, get wrecked, I suppose.
Wings.
Okay, interesting. All right, so again, I've preached this every time to any player who's ever watched me coach. If you ever have economic disadvantage when they have advantage, I want you to look to take more risk, right? Because our odds of winning the round are super low. This just like, ideally, like any fight is honestly better than them just like 5-man balling us somewhere and we lose. And so if we're trying to standard get information for the squad, we're just gonna lose the round. And so this is not really a risky play, like I would consider, you know? Like this is actually pretty darn safe, all things considered. So, with that in mind, the most aggressive play is like hard flanking through mid or something. The next aggressive play is like to run street connector. It's like any of these routes are good, but you just want to take a risk here. Like, we don't need to like take a
Not A.
direct fight
Might be art.
with the squad, but I'm actually mega down for you to take in something, because now you're between a rock and a hard place, because now the threats are B long, you have a threat street, because there's a hidden threat art, so like these players have to shift over and life is just not good. And so you go back to the safe play, but now these guys, I think they're waiting for you, personally. If they haven't made any sort of attempt to garner space in any part of the map, they're waiting for an aggressive play, so it's likely they're just chilling mid. Waiting for somebody to be dumb enough to walk up or walk through these doors, and they kill them for free. And it turns out they were arts. They were waiting for you guys to be dumb in mid, and, well... That guy faces like a 1v3, and I think you're honestly out of this round.
All here.
I'm done. Yeah.
I'm letting him take site. I'm not fighting that. I don't have
Yeah, no, fight with your boys. Yeah, I'm done. Let's go. I'm down.
They haven't committed yet.
Oh, they still have guns. They did like the Navi buy, man. That's annoying. Because this round should be just one. But did they buy like... Wait, they didn't buy anything.
Every bullet. Just,
Wait, unironically, this round is dumb.
Ash just hit 80.
Okay. I know you know, and if you're watching this back, King, I know you know. You'll let the gun reset. Right, you had 2 instances where we didn't let it reset. That's why it felt really like janky to shoot. I know you're good for it, so we'll just like let it slide.
It's just 80.
Last player standing.
Hey, one person bought a rifle. Are you kidding me? Okay, you guys lucked into like the worst lobby on the planet. What in world?
Thank you. That's exactly right.
Actually insane.
Counter you want.
Okay, defensively, so there's like a couple of things that like Jet wants to do defensively, and especially with a comp like this where you're kind of like very limited in the amount of supporting utility there is. I mean, you do have the Fade, you do have the Clove, but like honestly, you're really selfish, the Chamber's really selfish, and honestly the Clove is pretty selfish. Your only like real playmaker is this Yoru, and so I would be utilizing him to go and take A main. Because we have Chamber holding down B long. Like this guy's taking an aggressive space. Like when you come here to this position or you like go back here, you are redundant unless you're attempting to fight hardcore. Like if you walked this space, like if you walked up B main while this guy's holding this angle, you're no longer redundant because you're in the you're in the action, right? And then also like now if you pause here, you can threaten flank late in the round. If this guy can take a shot, you get yours, you can dash away, do what you need to do. Yes, it's risky, but it's like a lot better than playing it safe and just running into the full might of the 5-man squad. Yeah, and you're gonna settle for same. Yeah, you're settling for. Okay. So this is something I kind of want you to like take into your games. Let me see, because you have old notes. All right, your old notes were like, so we want to position ourselves in strong areas of the map that allow us to rotate and be a part of the action. And so what this kind of means is like usually 80% of the time, when I mean this, I guess I can explain more casually. 80% of the time you'll likely just be playing fast rotate because it gets you into the action. Right, that's like the formula that does it. And like 20% of the time you would be on these extremities. Like you would be here, especially as a duelist player, because you want to be in the action. Like you want to have impact on the game. And so like you don't necessarily have to challenge neutral space. In ranked environment, like if you were a part of like a squad, I would be like, no, I'm going to have you attempt to take more of this neutral space because you can get posted with an op in any of these positions. You can take these positions like dangerous off angles and dash away, right? Get your kill, dash away, and then life's good. Like smoke yourself off, do what you got to do. But because we're in a ranked environment and we want to take advantage of the fact that most ranked calls aren't super crazy, it's a lot more effective if you can just be ready for the action. So this is where I would put you somewhere like street, art, maybe even connector. Like I would rarely start connector, and I would definitely rarely start like CT. But I would start in one of these spots, or even if you're going to go B, like just play like somewhere like easily rotatable, like not out here, not like front site. Just like we want to be as efficient as possible getting to our next step, right? And so
Another thing, Art.
I would personally just beeline at art. Yeah, this is good. I like it.
Don't beat Matthew.
No, you nerd. Okay, you should ban yourself from using this because it actually gives you a competitive disadvantage because this is ability speed. I think we went over this a couple of times. It's a knife out. Like if you're messing with this, you're getting there slower, and it's actually impacting like how you play the round. And maybe it's like just a millisecond slower or even like a second slower, honestly. But 1 second is a lot of time in a Valorant match. A lot can happen in 1 second. What's up, Void? Howdy.
That's not just play.
And so yeah, you can't just like mess around and try to call your like aunt, your uncle, your girlfriend, like your professor. You can't be calling people, especially in like the middle of a round when we need like speed is our objective, right? And our objective is to get to this area as fast as humanly possible. So
Play like info. Astra stars on A. Could be fakes though.
Well, this is really awkward.
I think they probably walked apart.
It really is that damn phone, man.
Astro walking apart.
Yeah, I told you there was a guy up art.
Holy moly. We muted Focal tonight, boys.
Yeah, I knew there was gonna be one apart.
Never change, never change. Oh, man. Yeah. Fight this guy, kill him. This dude is literally walking out in the open with utility. This dude was standing here with utility. That is like the freest kill on the planet. I've never seen a Phoenix do this, by the way. Never seen a Phoenix come out here, pull out like a wall, and then just like, uh-oh. You know? that doesn't make sense to me.
Nice.
So,
I'm flashing it.
nah. I think the way you hold this is really awkward. Let's pull up Valorant. So,
Let's go.
your actual position is not bad, but it could be better, right? Like, we're kind of still making the same mistakes that we were making last week, where we just weren't rotating to action as quickly as possible. This time, it's like Riot's kind of screwing you over because they gave you a phone.
Feels like just yesterday I was chopping Kale at the store. Wonder if that place is still standing. My ult's ready.
But we have ourselves a position that's actually pretty good. Like, playing back
Here.
in secret is really nice. But peeking, trying to fight main from secret is really bad. Because you don't want to give... Ideally, you don't give defenders good fights. Like, you don't want to hold fights that the defenders won. So as an attacker, how you want to approach and how you want to attack is like, if you get here, it's honestly, I want to go out. Like, use utility, go take sight, do whatever. But like, if you're going to give me this fight, or you're going to give me this fight,
Here.
I would be ecstatic through the moon, because now I can expend less resources taking this space. And so, if you want to change how you approach it, is you change where you hold. So example, you come out this way, you come out left, you hold here. Yes, they can walk on you left, but are they really gonna do that? All right, think about that for a second. Like, you had a Yoru blind, this is smoked. Are they really going to walk out, W out this way, walk on you here, and then, like, kill your boy, and then kill you? Like, there's no shot. No way no one's going to do that. Like, if they were, like, not making any noise, and, like, they were making noise on the other side of the map, then yeah, I'd probably look here. Because, like, the chance of somebody walking here is really high. That's a good kill. Like, that's an easy shot if they're, like, not ready for me. And so, like, putting yourself in this position is way better than this.
I gotta push it.
Because now you're low HP, and, you're so... This Astra got 2 kills because people forgot that this dude exists. He's actually playing Schrodinger's Astra. Literally killed somebody in art, I don't know, like 20 seconds ago, got in a smoke, stood here for like almost the full duration of that smoke, and just kills you. Yeah, and do your boys have you? No, they don't.
Honestly, I'm kind of just.
That's a tough
disappointed I
loss.
killed the ram- Alright.
Okay. I'll close your attacking VOD if it's I'll close your attacking side if you keep doing this.
Astro stars.
I need to smoke, I need smoke, I need smoke.
I'm suppressed. I cannot. Suppressed.
No, he's suppressed. He plays the. Stop playing the suppressed area. I need.
Run that back.
No, he's suppressed. He plays the. Stop playing the suppressed area.
This guy. Right here. Prime position. This definitely caught you off guard. I know this caught you off guard. But it's like if you're ever like clearing areas like crosshair, like in hindsight, it's like put your crosshair here, right? I watched them kill you for free, whatever. But whenever you're attempting to scale away, like either you're running because you don't think there's anyone there, and if you do think there's someone there, I want you to be ready for the threat. Right now, you're not ready for the threat. So I actually, what game was this? This was a Jet VOD on Pearl. Jet VOD Pearl. This is the third game in. I am a human. Thank you kindly. So it's a Jet VOD Pearl. I don't actually, it's not even that game. That's not the right game. It's probably this one, your first game of the day. Dang, that's your first game of the day and you're checked out? Like, hotels must love you. Because you've already checked out and, like, it's the first, like, it's literally 8 o'clock in the morning. You've checked out of the hotel and you're already on your flight back home. I don't know about that one, Chief. That seems a little rough. Yeah, because... Yeah, you... A lot of you also have notes, so you shouldn't even be trying to, like, hard focus on winning the game.
Fuck that.
But that's something I'll talk to the other fellas about.
Please don't. Yeah.
Holy moly.
So
this is what you're like when I'm not there, huh? Okay, same round. Came B long. This time it's actually understandable because you're not overlapping your job with the chamber. This is like the first time I'm actually down for you to come along. This would be part of like that 20% where you don't play fast rotate. Oh, fight. No, fight. Fight. You're a jet, dude. You're a jet, man. What is your role? It's duelist. You don't even know if they're here, right? Allow me to, like, run it back to the start, and I'm gonna turn it up for the folks at home.
It was smart on them.
The hunt begins.
Keep listening.
Yeah, it's B.
The only declaration that it's B has been this wall. And I want you to note that this Viper's a good player. And even when they're going A, there's this wall. Because it's a default wall. They're running double controller. And I haven't heard a single footstep, and you haven't either, so you can't determine to fall off on this alone. And if you heard something, or the chamber heard something, life's good. But I don't think this chamber spoke at all.
You got 2 quick rotates.
Cutting through.
This guy has your number. Remember what I said? What was it? I think I talked to you about your Abyss VOD, where whenever we're controlling space, we don't have to expend utility because it's easier to control space than it is to contest it. That's why whenever there's some sort of like site hit, we're contesting a space on the map that we want. The attackers use a phenomenal amount of utility to take the site, right? And the same kind of idea goes, even if you're doing something small as jumping on the boxes. When we're contesting space, you want to use utility. What's Jet's best utility for contesting space? It's your dash. That should be primed every time, just in case. Of course, you get sat down in a dramatic fashion. This guy's not looking at you. Look at the angle that this guy actually hits you from, because he hits you falling, which is wild. And this guy just hits an absolute, like, banger of a shot.
Which side?
Not so bad.
Yeah, and then whatever happens,
Wait,
happens.
snap,
You
yeah.
guys lose. Yeah, 1-4. Okay, so now it's 5 rounds in. You're recognizing the enemy team does, yeah? They've honestly only run splits this entire game. They split A, they split B. And so it's very integral that you control mid. Mid is probably one of, if not the most important parts of attacking on this map, especially when the enemy is just running splits. Like, they honestly have rarely run a 5-man game. They're usually like some sort of lurker up mid. And so I want you to position yourself mid. Let's see if you do it. You go A main. You're choosing the extremities. You're doubling up with your chamber again. No, realize this guy's here and go art.
Let's do it. Well, we have chamber there actually. Do we not? He's gonna give up space. We need to take. Shit. Chamber kind of screwed that up.
All right, anyway, I'll just ignore that and tell you that you should be going mid this round for sure.
Yeah, no, let's just hold the middle.
Let's take at least one down with us.
We'll play passive on this round, but some of these rounds we gotta start playing
Yeah,
aggressive.
this is. Yeah, like I said, like look at this, look at this image right here. Big up, slamma jamma, right? And then you have outlaw, which is another slamma jamma. We have two of the most powerful weapons our team is like owning. And we're on the same side, the same location. No, you're checked out. I'm honestly gonna skip this round. I don't care what happens. Yeah, you eventually go mid and
Alright,
die.
they are. What the Fate say? I can't hear him over you.
How do you go A again? Okay.
Oh, I mean, mess it up.
Alright, well, there's none here anyway. Oh, one there?
Yeah, fight this
Shit,
guy.
I shouldn't have
Fight
left
this
you.
guy.
I'm sorry,
Fight
man.
this guy. Yeah. You're a jet with jet knives.
Nice
Bet.
pick.
I personally wouldn't, because they sped up mid. I wouldn't. Like, evaluating the spot, our team is on this side of B. If you give up the entire like A site for free, that just opens up the map for the enemy team and things are kind of rough. And so I wouldn't. Because then they have to play like 3v4 post plant, and that's still not winning. That's like relatively even. So if you die here, I think you honestly lose.
No, never mind. The smokes were stayed.
Oh, they're actually just on B. Wow, okay, never mind. Speed up.
Like I never left.
Too long.
Yeah, I think you're gonna fall into a good work.
Remaining.
Last guy's
Yeah.
Nice.
there. I kind of was a good bait.
Time to
God, you love the extremities. I'm actually gonna count it because I don't think you've gone mid a single round. So what? That's like we're 8 rounds in and we have started either A main or B main,
jump.
which is crazy because there hasn't been like a play, right? Like this is probably this is only the second time the Yoru has come, and it's like, yeah, can you flash here? Make sure this gets flashed. We're gonna fight this and fight deep.
Popped ult that round, but I didn't even realize I had it.
Decoy.
Nailed.
Wow, and of course, freest
God.
kill of your life.
No one there.
You're
Sorry,
chilling.
flash it.
Yeah.
I'm one tap.
Enemy mid.
I'm moving to reinforce fade.
Yep, off his contact though. Think about it like this. You've just made all of this noise. We're right here. This is prime swinging position off your fade's contact. Right? This is like, typically you'd want this to be smoked. So if they come out, it's like they come out, fade shoots, you swing, you kill, or fade kills, and then life's good. If they dash on you or do any sort of weird play, then it's like whatever.
Bring them down.
But you don't want to expose too early. Yeah, this is quite literally perfect, like, best case scenario for you. Like, it's smoked off, Fade has a line, just chill, don't make noise, and occasionally come and peek on A-man. Like, that is, like, you're quite literally in the best position you can be. There is some slight timing that could eventually occur, but for right now, it's not really a threat. And so we're chilling here. Yeah, you're chilling.
He's weak. Matthew's also dead.
Master doors.
Yep, you're chilling.
I'm one tap.
This is like the one time you're just chilling here. Like, you have no reason to do anything else. Like, we don't need information, right? Because they're all just chilling in mid. Like, this guy just used a flash to go street. Your Yoru has street. He's not smoked off. He hasn't calmed anything like that. The KO also knifed. So, like, you know that. You know there was, like, +1. I think the Astra was here. And this trip is so far up that they're definitely not B main. So you're chilling. We do not need any more information. We just have to play a strong position. And right now, you're chilling. But you coming out here and trying to take this aggressive fight, I think is wrong. Especially in the spot you're in when the Fade has this line, the Fade can't help you. Plus, like, think about it. Like, if you die here, this Fade has an awful fight ahead. Like, this fight honestly sucks for the Fade. Like, yeah, you can win it, but it's not, like, the best.
Take hold.
They could easily walk out this chamber. I'm
Ooh.
so tough.
Okay, 1-for-1 is not ideal, but it's fine.
I'm smoking 2 seconds.
Out of charges.
Yeah,
Drop in a smoke.
We're giving up connector.
yeah. Yeah, this is the most awkward part of it, yeah. Oof. Yeah. And then we don't care because they die. Yeah, your team doesn't have you.
Keep it, because they don't have Sentinel.
Time to jump.
They were really weak.
Okay, you have op. Tell your like Yoru to get out. You have op. Unless you're attempting to set up like deep this way. He's chop suey. You don't need him.
From 2 flanks. That mean you can do.
So if you don't walk up, mistake. I'm just gonna skip the round.
I'll find you.
Decline.
Yeah, let him get it. You set. Yeah. Why do people buy the op and then want to play rotator? Like, who buys the most immobile weapon in the game? Get set up on a perfect angle for the round. And then rotates. Aspas? I mean, yeah. But he does that to be unpredictable. We just need to learn how to play proper Valorant first. NEA? I mean, we're also naming, like, pro players. Do they do it in ranked? Does Ye do it in ranked? I'll have to watch a Ye VOD. I know Aspas does it in ranked because he's weird. I mean, yeah, he's, like, arguably the best player in the world. But it's like, we're not playing to the gun's strength at all. Like, even looking past, like, the sub, like, there's some level of, like, control for it. It's like, we've picked literally the freest gun in the game. Like, they can't re-clear, right? Like, their re-clear is a couple of flashes. And so if you just play back box, you prime your dash after you get flashed off the angle, re-peek, dash away, you have smokes to, like, run away, you're gone, and then now you have to do that same thing all over again. And it's like, now your Yoru can TP. You can actually, honestly, like, stack towards B. Right? And, like, back up this chamber? I don't get it. Like, even if they're not here, like, this, like... True. I got you. I did ask, though. But, like, now that this guy, like, pushed up, now you're, like, completely irrelevant. And so now you have to play, like, a retake with an op. Which is going to feel completely awkward. And I'm curious to see if it works. Like, even if you get action. I don't know if you'll get action this round.
Hold me.
Because I think they're going to go
Oh,
mid.
shit. We should...
Wow, you guys
Dude,
can
we
talk
should
to
have
each other.
double press.
Oh, well. Yeah, so they go B. This guy just dies for free. So you're definitely playing retake. Which retaking with an op is, like, the worst.
142k.
Wow, you're so lucky you guys caught that, like, lurker in spawn.
Middle is
Like,
ours.
well, like,
it
what?
has to be B hit.
We have every.
Yep, one.
We have all the maps.
Yeah. It's, like, the worst. Like, now, like, effectively, you watch spawn. Like, you scaling up here is going to be the worst. Like, if there's, like, such a real timing.
This one.
And now there's a Viper ult, right? Like they just got the ult off the plant. Like now you really actually have to pray that these three like musketeers can actually help you. And we're kind of tough because like imagine there was like a world where like you get here, they've like stacked B, you guys hold B, they push you back to A, and like you've just killed somebody. And like you killed the lurking Reyna for free, and now like they're stuck because like B is completely locked down and you're like op with an A. And so like the enemy, like it'll feel like they have no option. Then they have to like explore mid. This is where you could probably drop back, like back over here, watch stairs. And now like the game is like over for them.
King, you're the only one there. I'm playing out with these guys.
Yeah, it's just like super hard for you to get active into this round.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, you didn't shoot a single bullet. And so I would not like show and like take the ult orb. Because I don't want them to know that you have like an op.
That's all we gotta do. Just do some flanks and shit. They don't got sentinels. Like, I mean, like that. Let me go up
Are you doing the same thing?
on my own for a bit, just for.
You want to fight it?
Is it you, Chamber?
No, I don't like this. Right? I just don't like this. So if we are going to buy the op, which I'm down if you buy the op and you want to play like a long sight line. But the second you have a guy who has a flash and the ability to fight for space very quickly, I do just want you like knife out running, like flash, get me on this line. And then bam, you're here, and then your guy just leaves. And you're chilling. Like you've been inserted into a deep line that they can't cross. And like that guy dies every time. Like is a Phoenix or like KO really going to flash this? Like as they reclear A main? Maybe. But do they really want to? Not really. And so, like, there's a couple of ways you can honestly play this. Like, if somebody's walking up here, literally run with them. Like, no, let them know that you're contesting. I don't care. And then just get here. Like, the faster you get here, the earlier, like, this guy can rotate and strengthen the rest of the site. Or the rest of the map.
I think it's an A wall or a B wall.
Because now you're in the same spot where, like, you still could have just had this line. This guy's playing super passively on B because he died. And now he's afraid of everything. They could literally walk down B. You're playing retake again. Oh, it was an Asher roll too. Wait, you guys are actually really in trouble.
We get spike.
Spike down. Attacker spawned.
I ran out of ammo. Not ammo, but I was TPing.
You're gonna accidentally get value, which kind of makes me mad.
They have a Vandal now, by the way, as of warning.
Ah, your Clove is kind of trolling. Okay, so this is where you'd go into that other angle and just watch their walk. It's all good.
Main smoke?
B's clear. For now.
Yeah, man, don't smoke on that, please.
Good lord.
My bad.
He doesn't know controller. Yeah, I'll give you a break.
Okay, back B. Okay, we actually still are just gonna be playing retake with our op, huh?
Just went from a 4v2 to a 5v2 to a 3v2.
Viper wasn't with Reyna, so most likely splitting somewhere.
They have 2 Vandals now.
Reyna's,
Both have Vandals now.
I'm actually down. You pop dash to contest space. I'm super happy.
Spike planted.
Both should be.
Is Reyna ulted? Has Reyna been seen yet?
Yeah, see, look how awkward this is, right? Like, you coming heaven and you're trying to just, like, slowly clear everything. Like, you're dead if somebody's actually holding you. And now, like, you actually have, like, no impact, right? Like, this guy takes this fight.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, you might actually get them both. Okay. They looking at you? Nah, okay. You got him. They weren't ready for the fight. You jumped down, you gave them the notice, but, like, you have an op. Like, it's so free. Like, even that fight's, like, fine. The dude was moving, so it's like, we take those timings, for sure.
A lot more. Ash him this round.
I'm going to actually... Okay, this...
They have Vandals here.
I'll give you, like, 2 more rounds, so, like...
It's
Literally run it, please!
Watching here.
Reloading.
I don't want to swing.
Now, this is actually the one time you should just book it B. I know I was saying all this nonsense where, like, you were just coming out here, getting posted, and then immediately rotating. What's up, SWP? How's it going? How's it going? But imagine this. This Yoru contested A main. Right? We just killed the guy. They just heard an op shot on A. And so it looks like Yoru plus an op on A. I'm going B. Right? There's no reason not to. Because it's like, why are we going to a really strong site when we can just like go? And so like after you shoot a bullet and someone dies, immediately rotate to get another piece of lane and beat them there. What I think you're gonna do is you're gonna hover around A because like, oh, we took contact. They're gonna come back A. But if you are worth your mustard, you're going to expect them to want to run B. And so like you get posted, life's good,
Yes. Can you hold me?
and you're
Hold my
chilling.
traps.
Yeah, got you.
Like that flash is probably to run away.
I'll flash it if they
Here.
truly do.
Yeah, now you can be Aspas because you shot. You made your presence known. And so now we can rotate because they're going to expect, like, they don't want to run into an op. Like, anyone worth their, like, stars is not committing.
Here.
Okay, he was actually stuck. He flashed to stick himself into this corner. And so now you're winning by making the accidental wrong play.
Spike down.
He just
A.
running gunned me.
Stay down.
Sniper's there.
That's from mid.
Astro.
Have your cross if you want.
Oh, literally run. Literally run B. Now this is even easier. Because op is here. It's a 3v2. These guys do not want to peek you. There's no way. This guy was like crossing to run away from you. Literally book it B. And if they fake back to A, whatever. Get outbrained.
Only Viper was A man.
Yeah, literally book it.
Here.
Don't hold it. Because like the odds of them walking this are so low that like even if you get rewarded from this, on average you won't.
We know where both are right now. One's in our spawn.
No, they're going B. Wait, what? One's in your spawn? Oh, it definitely run then, yeah. Because like,
Wait, Matt, where did you die?
holy moly!
If you want to take a bit longer.
Wow, they went B. Walking.
Fade,
Wow.
We have Jeff going flank.
And that smoke is like really tough for you.
They smoked him off.
Because now like you're making all this noise, like you're super well known. Like you're known in this position. Like this guy has to go infinite in order for you to get value,
Then
which is tough. Yeah. You almost dropped him too. That's annoying.
Player standing.
One hole in the
One
building.
on your left, one on your right.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, we don't care. They don't have you.
actually no.
Wait, what? You win that?
Yeah,
No, you
you're-
lost. Good.
They could, but I don't think so.
Let me take a drink. Do I hear all 12 rounds we played either A main or B main? When your particular notes say to play towards the middle of the map and play fast rotate. I'm not even gonna watch your last round. We'll move to attack. You ended up losing it, but
Wait, okay, and
I'm gonna show. I should have skipped it after like the first 5, but I held out for a hope. All right, so yeah, you're good. That's gonna be just a repeat because there are so many rounds where you could have immediately gotten valued if you just ran at them or ran to help your squad where they were like threatening. All right, attack. When we start to attack, we start in positions that allow us to fight for important map space. Following the call to go to an area, we go there and we fight. After 5 rounds, identify a weakness in the defense and position ourselves to punish it. Okay, those are some good notes. Let's see it. So very important space on this map. And honestly, I'm just gonna, I would say right now, like, art is really important. I think it's probably the most important space on the map. Yeah, you can win by just doing like B long executes and A executes, but like if you can threaten art, that's just, it adds so much to the like the dynamic of your rounds, and you can do so much more. But I'm
hope we
also
do that
down
early.
for you to like test and just I'm down for you to just like test and see if like you can just outshoot them, which in this case we can't. So we have to be a little bit more smart. Because a 5-van contact is going to be a little awkward.
Legit, I calmed it. I got him.
Just play contact.
Let me wait up a TP.
What tarnation is this? Okay, this guy doesn't know how to play Astra, so don't worry about it. This guy honestly shouldn't have been able to see you, but they actually messed up by leaving this giant gap in the smoke. So whatever, we'll take what we can get. But now it's just go loud. They saw you. It's go. Yeah, you go. Yeah, come on.
Bring them down.
Come on.
From here.
Okay. It's kind of hard. This is really hard to see. But your role has changed. Do you remember all those VODs we watched where there was a double duelist in these jet comps? Specifically on Split, we were watching it. It was Jet Raze. And so because the Raze was entering, or what's the enter key? It looks like this. But because the Raze was entering, we actually have the leisure to just come out of the smoke with our dash. And we don't have to dash in. Because we don't have to create space because there's a space creator. And so we can be a little bit more greedy with how we use our utility. So we don't have to entry for the team. By the way, this entry timing is off. I'm just going to say objectively awful. No one's in position to do anything. Like, we have 3 people near, like, this back end. We would entry if, like, people were, like, up here. Like, it's way too early. But even if the case, like, you have somebody who's what you see this TP, just assume he's going to TP in. Maybe he doesn't, but, like, the second, like, you hear, like, the audio cue, definitely, then it's just like, I'm going to run in, clear something that this guy didn't clear, and then dash away if they catch me off guard. Like, if there's nobody there, I turn, there's someone, like, let's say we look this way, there's somebody shooting me from here, I dash away immediately, and then, like, your team would peek out and kill this guy. And so what's going to happen is you're going to separate from the team, this guy's going to die, and you have to force yourself to take, like, a 1v2 or a 1v, like, X. I don't know what the X is. Could be 3. I don't think there's 3 people here yet, though. So, like, there's, like, one guy back here somewhere. There's definitely going to be one guy street. There might be one guy heaven. I don't think there's a heaven player yet, but, like, if there is, you're definitely cooked. Right?
Bring them down. From here.
They have a sheriff there. 2 of them there.
It actually called 2
They
all.
have a second guy. There's 2 of them in there.
Yeah, and you can't spray outside the close smoke. This is just a small thing. I'm not going to make this like a note or anything. But if you're ever close to a smoke and you spray, it's easier to get sprayed back. I think we actually talked about this in your Haven VOD. Where, like, you like, shot bullets into the smoke, and then they immediately just, like, boop, and dropped you.
Our spike carrier is full.
Spike down B.
Are we leaving
I think there's a little bit of lag. Yeah, you were lagging.
site?
I'll give you a pass, but I think your play was bad. Are you actually going to... Wow, you fell backwards into a round win. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. Okay.
Too late.
That's your first contact. Bada bing, bada boom. Yep, scale up, scale up. Look for these fights first, yeah.
Smoke.
Holy, no one knows how to play controller on this map. I know the controller player, so I'll call him out for this. Please don't smoke this. It just creates, like, so many off angles. Anyway, not your note. So, we're in this position now. There's no TP, your guy's lurking. You're actually the entry now. If it looks good. And this is when you would dash in, do your thing.
Hold up Astra Stars off A. And it would be.
Yeah, you're the entry. You like going? If you don't want to go, you don't go. Are you about to contest space? Yep, there's the dash.
Do you guys want to come back?
Bet.
Oh shit, no, you guys took sight.
Little awkward, still would have liked you to have dashed into, like, a smoke or something so that, like, you don't go into, like, you don't want to dash into a smoke someone could have taken a position in. Because it's really awkward. So I think, like, if anyone's worth their salt, they'll stay in it and just kill you as you dash in. That's why I would rather you smoke into your own smoke that you place. But all in all, I'm actually happy with how that played out.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, and your boys got you.
What is that when he answers his phone? We It's wing a roll.
I fucking messed it up. Just...
See ya.
Got him, dude. Anyway, yeah, you position yourself to take mid space. Let's go.
No, never mind.
No.
Bring them down.
You don't go for more? Oh, you're crazy. All right. You're not crazy, but you're conservative for sure. Hmm.
We'll catch them. Your fault.
Good.
104 Viper.
Oh, got him, dude. Got him. Let's see.
104 Viper.
You were worried about main. Yeah, you were like super worried about main. If you're worried about it, like dash across, get that info, or jump across, do something. But like you were worried about main as you were attempting to take this fight. So like you're not ready for this guy. Like I know your heart's not ready into this like fight.
I
Dropping
should have come flower. That's my bad. I thought
Yeah.
you knew I died there.
Spike planted.
I'll get on his head for that.
He's 46 health.
Last player standing.
Is no one looking at the minimap? Are you kidding me? No. Okay. All right. Whoops.
Actually, maybe one tap.
Tay, you actually could have saved your boy here.
He's
So whenever you're dead, you're constantly looking at the minimap. It's like your bread and butter, unless like unless you're looking for details outside of the smoke. Like you have like your eye can be like a couple of places, and like those are like your top three. Like any sort of like detail scanning or on the minimap.
he's 46 health.
But note that like this guy appears on the minimap right here. And like no one called Viper backside. Like give this a timing for it. 1, 2, 3. We knew this guy was back there for 3 seconds. No one calmed it. And like he walked out deep too. That's something like dead players should do more often, so keep yourself engaged in the round. Because then you say Viper backside, this guy's locked in, and this guy gets locked in. It's like, oh, wait, Viper backside. This guy's dead for sure. And instead of killing one for free, getting 3 on the round.
Actually, maybe one tap.
One enemy remaining.
Are you gonna get bailed out again? No way.
No.
like I never left.
He's...
Here, cat.
You actually got bailed out of this round. No way.
I don't. Never mind. I should
Whatever.
be strong.
Okay. This is round 16.
Stop making noise, you two.
Bad.
Don't you grab orb yet?
Fake talent.
I mean, that dude he was just asking for it.
He's
Okay,
just-
your boy's attempting to like, if this guy's going to like TP in, pop dash and walk, like or like run out. Like you don't have to dash in because we don't have to create that sort of like separation. Just think about it. Like there's no mollies that can just pop immediately off the ground. There's no like KJ. There's no like wall that you have to like get over, and so you can just come out with a dash and like look for fights.
pushing out mid.
Yeah. Literally pop dash and walk out.
Fuck, Matt.
Like the fact that you're not like popping dash screams to me like you're not like, I don't know. And like we haven't been able to like discern the difference between contest and control.
Bring them down.
And so I'm wondering if I should make that your general note.
Spike planted.
That's not that seems like.
We'll catch them.
They're gonna go for my vandal. You got that.
Flanker on.
Ooh, my ult.
Got him.
Gale.
Watch out, flanker.
You're doing the same mistake he's gonna do. You're gonna
Yeah,
overpeak
sure.
this and die.
After art.
He's at 60, 60.
Enemy A.
Both had, they have guns. Watch out, flowers.
Yep.
Last player standing.
Get us half.
Oh.
Oh my lord. Yeah. I figured you were gonna make the same mistake and overextend. But what is it? This is 5 in. Yep, this is 5 in, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you get one more round.
Shifted like 20 degrees.
And so it's like, what's their weakness? All right. And so like for me, I've recognized that there's no one contesting A main. They kind of hold mid decently. They're kind of like bad, not gonna lie. They really like they get early B info, but they don't really fight it. And this Reyna just walks out places, and this guy like tries to contest early space, but he's bad. So like you should be like attempting to figure out where this Reyna likes to play and punishing him for sure. Like this is a weakness I would exploit.
Who plays middle?
Okay. Called that they come this way. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. I'll talk that you should scale right wall, but not a big deal.
They're holding their spawn.
No. Okay, okay. I got your notes already. We don't have to keep watching. I got your notes. Because it is quite literally a run back. But we're going to change the general note. Actually, I'll wait to see if you say anything.
Planning on A.
Okay, we're gonna listen to your pre-round for this one, because this is round 5. You should have like a weakness.
That was bad, Matt. Thank you. Alright, I'm ulting. Actually, no, I should do this.
I can buy you fit.
I'm gonna ult A here.
Anyone feeling generous?
We should. No, I'm just gonna ult you with my Bucky. Yeah. They don't play anyone on A. A is always just a free site.
He's doing that more than you. You didn't call it. All right. Yep. That's it for you. I'll copy this and you get to run it back with a bit of a twist. All right. So instead of just watching VODs, which you can study outside the game, so that's not how you spell that. That's definitely not how you spell that, huh? Try not to discern. Or try to discern. Whether or not we are attempting to control or control versus contesting space. We want to use utility when contesting. And we want to hold when controlling. This isn't always 1-for-1, but a good idea, like a good base philosophy to play by. Yeah, you're running it back. I guess I'm gonna also include, I want you fully engaged in the game. You don't have to call plays every game. Call, like, you don't have to call if somebody's calling, that's fine. But I want you, I guess just like, I want you engaged is good enough. I'm not going to go into like specifics, but you're just so clocked out. it's kind of like, I don't know, it's rough, right? It's like rough to like watch, and it's probably rough to like watch back. Because there's like some of this stuff is effort that we're putting in, which of course, like, I'm down if you want to just chill, right? If anyone wants to just chill and play the game and you don't really want to put forth all that effort, that's fine. I'm down. But you came for me for coaching, so I have this like basis that you want to like get really better, and you're just gonna go crazy, right, with effort. What? But anyway, those are your notes. Right down there in your post. You can keep those if you'd like. It is a run it back, unfortunately. They ask you to play at 9. To remember. Okay, so you just woke up. So did you get to warm up? Or at least like have a period? Yeah, you didn't. So you didn't get a warm up. You brought me this VOD with no warm up. And I can accept low energy. I can't accept low effort. And like effort is like being, in this case, is I want you to follow, like, I've given you like pretty much a base to base note for attacking, defending, and like in general. Like, so I give you like 3 bases to follow, and those are the only 3 things you have to do. And so that's like the main focus of every single one of your games is going to be. I know I asked you to limit test as well at some point in a different VOD, but honestly drop that, because until we can build like the fundamentals that we've like just went through, and I'll actually reward your defense. I'm going to reward this. Because I'm going to make this one super simple. Oh, wait, 2 weeks? I just need you to build it as a habit. Yeah, so this is how I tried to explain this to Angelic, another student who had issues with utility. I said for every hour of theory that we go over, we should have at least 5 hours of like intentional practice. And because like this ratio is like hard, because it's hard to have this like exceptional practice in ranked, because like, thank you for Zen mode. I'll calm down real quick. Okay, no emotion. All right. But yeah, so that's like the big ratio here is 1 to 5. And so if you put in 5 hours of practice, and this is off the basis of like a week, right? And so however you get that practice in a week, I'm down. And your notes are very like decision making based, which is good, because any like utility and like mechanical stuff, you kind of have to go into like the range / customs to really get that practice, because you don't want to practice these in game, because it's hard to do that when you want to be focusing more on these decision making. But because we have decision making notes, it's really harping into those notes and giving yourself a lot of focus. that might mean playing less games, unironically. Or if you don't want to give up the amount of game time you have to put it into blocks. And so what that would look like, let's say you want to play 6 games a day, which is a big amount, especially if we're hyper focused on each game. Like if we're not autopiloting, 6 games is actually a lot. And so like the block would be that you'd play like 2 games, take a break, 2 games, take a break, or like it could be 3 games as well. So it could be just like a 3-game cycle where you do this, take a break, 3 games. And so that allows us to put a lot more intentionality in every single one of our games. And for you especially, this will give you a lot of additional like quality practice, right? Because this we went a week with it's honestly what hasn't it been 2 weeks, and I thought you were like kind of improving on one of your notes, like in attack. Definitely your general one looks like it was practiced a bit, like you were watching some like pro jet VODs, surely. Like it looked like it, because you're trying to incorporate some things, but there's some missing pieces. So I know your general's correct. I know you did the work outside of it, but like now we have to put in just that extra level of concentration in your next set of notes. Really focus in on that. If they start talking about if your teammates start talking about gibberish, you kind of have to tune that out. Because we're going to be focused. But the second like game ends, like have fun. Enjoy your time. Again, this like the process should be fun as well. Don't get me wrong. Like you can't just be like a robot soldier, just like made for the express purpose of getting better at Valorant. There's no way. You will never be like self-fulfilled. So just keep that in. Follow the notes and you'll be doing good. So thank you for the VOD. I don't think I have anyone else on VOD watch right now. I have another hour to kill. I'll take questions. I know today is more or less like utility day, but it doesn't have to be utility based questions. I'm down for whoa, I just kind of got sent to the Shadow Realm. Hi, how's it going? But yeah, I'll take any question. Valorant related for a little bit. VCT related, I'm down. I'll take VCT questions. I've been doing a lot of VCT studying. Yeah, because I can take ranked questions. I mean, lore is probably the weakest thing I have, but like VCT and ranked related I can handle. And then I maybe run a comp, probably. I'll probably have enough time for it. I'm not even remotely warmed up though, so probably not. Prediction for this week games? Sure, I'm done. ELR. There's also a site. There was someone made a video about it here. What is it? Thinking Man Valorant. He made like a full work. He made like a full like fantasy league where you can pick players and stuff. Which is pretty wild. It's through like every player who's playing, of course. Yeah. He didn't make a list, but here you go. There's your like fantasy league. If you want it. It's sick. Does it for jam bands? Ooh. Really fun. Best way for a silver bronze sentinel main to improve? It depends on your issues. I can't blanket statement make an improvement list. It's just kind of like, what are we struggling with? Most of the time it's mechanical that we struggle with early, because the allure of the game for a lot of players who are trying to get better is more on the utility and the like macro of the game. So like they'll try to like speed run learning this. Like you'll learn like plays, you'll try to learn setups, And like these are not necessarily bad to learn, but they have to be backed up with the ability to like shoot somebody. So if you find yourself with issues with like just absolutely taking someone's head off, like we have weak gunfight hygiene. So for example, I guess I can pull, I'm in a game right now, might as well pull it, go through the guns real quick. Let's say like pretty common guns for Sentinels is like Ghost. For like moving, trying to be accurate as well through our shots, you know, like timing it well, not like spraying as fast as possible, like we're taking our time trying to line up, just shooting when we're accurate. That's good. This is shooting Boombot. I think Spectre's another close one, but this is like you want to play like really close range, kind of move a lot, spray people down. You can try to be accurate, but like you don't need to. Like the ideal fights are like really close. Like you don't want it like any sort of long range fight. That's not what you want.
Need a drop.
Phantoms. Be able to like do a mix between like accurate tap strafing and also like you tap a guy here and it can commit to the spray. You don't like taking fights. So at the end of the day, you're playing attack FPS. And so a lot of people really do like the tactical side, but at the like you're also playing an FPS, so you do have to be like willing and able to just shoot somebody. It depends on the hours you have. Deathmatch is a good like way to get yourself into the rhythm of taking fights, and a lot of them, which I always recommend. Any sort of like low rated player, it's really is just like hop into a bunch of death matches and like just kind of pick out like a couple of guns. I would say like the most important guns to start learning are like the Sheriff. You get a lot of value here. The Stinger, you get a lot of value. Like pulling the Bulldog, obviously getting better with your rifles is not bad. But I really wouldn't like go much further than that. A lot of the other like weapons you can just get reps by buying them in like regular ranked or unrated matches. So it really just kind of depend on like where you particularly are. But yeah, I would personally like learn to fight. You can Stinger and DM. Okay, but you have to like, you don't struggle with run and gunning. So like I would actually not recommend you to buy like Frenzy, Spectre, Stinger, all those gun, because you're already good at that. Like that's not what you struggle with, Salad. I tell you right now, you're not bad at these. You have struggles with weapon like the Sheriff. You struggle with weapons like the Vandal. Like your Phantom's not bad either. Like the Guardian's really a tough gun for you. And so like those are the types of weapons I would bring into a deathmatch. It's like the weapons we have to improve, right? So like I can run, like if I was bad with a Stinger, I would definitely be running Stingers like all the time, and I would try to figure out how to get these like really good fights and how the gun like fires and plays. You know it, and so we just like inverse that. You just don't Guardian ever? Well, there you go. Buy the Guardian some DMs and get really good at like slowly adjusting to the head. That's like where you would start. This is like particularly gunfight hygiene, not how to take fights and not how to like not necessarily like what guns you should buy. You just can't Sheriff. How many times do you buy the Sheriff? How often do you do death matches with just the Sheriff? These are like really the important questions you ask. You don't move enough. You're actually really good at identifying your like weaknesses then, because that's rule step number 1. You do one Sheriff DM, and then do you buy the Sheriff in like your rank games? Because that's the people will tell me like they struggle with the gun in particular, and then I ask them how many times you buy the gun in ranked. Like most people who can't op don't buy the op in ranked or whatever like mode they do, right? Like people don't just buy this gun, and they should. No, because you want to win in ranked. But if you get better with guns, on average, wouldn't you win more ranked games? Like if we don't get better with our bad guns and like try to benchmark it in a ranked environment, we'll never know like how far we need to improve. And so there's a lot of times, like, of course, I can't literally be the judge of anything because I can buy all of these weapons and be proficient. I've used a lot of them with all different agents. So I'm a really bad one. You actually Sheriff a lot? Bet, say less. I'm down. You sheriff a lot in comp, and that's good. Like, if you're comfortable buying this weapon, it's like free. It's like 800 credits and it can win you rounds. Agent dependent. Yeah. I know when you pick Neon, you never pick this weapon up, and you still should. Oh, that's a lie. I don't know anything about that. Scratch that from the record. I actually don't know what you buy on Neon. I haven't watched any of your games recently, so I actually have no idea. Just kind of talking to talk right now. But yeah, I mean, this is what I tell people to do, because, or like, if you want to win, we want to improve, right? Like, right? Because they're not like inversely related. Like, we can improve and win at the same time, but we can't like continue to win, because like, think about it like as a plateau. Like, let's say this is bronze, this is silver, this is gold, this is like plat. I don't remember. Plat's probably just a diamond. I don't know. This is diamond, such and such. And so if we play to win, there is going to be this inevitable roadblock we hit. I don't know where you hit, but there's going to be a wall to one of these ranks. It doesn't matter which one. You have your own personal like experiences. You've been either stuck or like not stuck in your life. But the way that we do like improvement, and the like, we want to like get better, so that like none of these are hard walls. Like, they're obstacles, of course, but we want to, when we focus like on improvement, it's skills that we learn. And then eventually, once we learn this skill, we might not pass this wall yet, but then we use it to learn this skill, which then passes that wall. Now we're in silver. And then we just keep like climbing over walls to eventually we become a really good player. Because when you get better at the game, when you improve, typically you start to win more. Maybe that's not always true. Maybe you're like improving at a rate that every other player in the game is, but honestly, most people don't. Or they like, most people try to brute force the game where you just like play a lot and try to get better that way, and that's like not efficient. It's possible, but not efficient. You bought the sheriff and you have confidence issues? That's what I like to hear. There are some guns where it's just like even if you have confidence issues, it's like, I'm still buying this, right? And because I know it's the better play. Like, I know, like, if I'm feeling zesty, I pop the op. And life is chilling, and I'm happy. I'll buy weird guns all the time. Paying a lot ain't doing it for you. And then R from gold. Yeah, there's the wall. You tend to frenzy. It just... I only recall from like when I played with you. And that was like... That's been a while. We haven't actually played recently. Playing a lot doesn't do it. Yeah. It's not efficient. It's way too slow. And it's like... It's so hard. Because you have to, like, playing a lot is different for everyone in order to see improvement. Because you have to, like, your brain has to build pattern recognition, and your brain has to translate that into knowledge that it can use to, like, help you get better. And that process takes a long time if there's no foundation. Play Rivals instead. True. It's a good game. I only learned today that you can't say, like, Winnie the Pooh in that game. Because it's China. Or I think the servers are China-owned. And so there's censorship. You feel like you practice a bunch of bad habits? Like what? Want to give me a breakdown? Because I can change... I like to change the way I practice. It just kind of depends on what you're practicing. Because a lot of the times I don't want to say, like, go into a ranked match and play. Wait, really? Yeah. Absolutely. You can't, like, try... You might be able to say Winnie the Pooh, but if you try to link it to Ying... I can't remember the emperor's name. Or the leader's name. It's like Ying being Yun or something. I'm definitely butchering that name. But if you link that, it's like, no. You can't say it at all. It's not Yao Ming. It's... No. I think you can say Winnie the Pooh and Yao Ming. It's the current Chinese leader. Hold on. Oh, so it was the leader, Xi Jinping. I'm still pronouncing that incorrectly, but it's just the current leader. Oh, you knew that? Bet. Just not being thoughtful. Thoughtful practice is hard if you don't have direction. But the way I practice is like any sort of decision-making thing, like the one I gave to King earlier, you kind of have to do that in game because you can't train your decision-making in like a deathmatch or in a custom. And so it's really hard for you to translate that without playing ranked. But then like any sort of mechanical or any sort of like utility-based note, I actually just hop into like a not a deathmatch, but like a custom like I am now, and I just practice them. So for example, I practiced proper like crosshair placement where I just literally run around the map and do paused peeks. I do like traces when I need to walk and then pause peeks again, then snap to the next angle, trace, pause peek, pause peek, pause peek, pause peek. And then I like same kind of idea where I'm tracing. Then it's a pause peek when I need to. Pause peek, pause peek, pause peek, and then it's back to tracing and I'm out. But that's like one particular drill that I do for an issue that I have. The movement is sloppy? Okay. Yeah, because movement is like the foundation, the bread and butter. That is definitely a mechanical. Depends on the like where you are at in your movement. So you're clearing in crosshair placement. Well, that's quite literally the drill that I was doing, and it's boring. I'll tell you straight away, it's boring as can be. But you have to like whatever you can do to make it not boring is life's good. Because like this is what I learned because I watched Ye recently on Pearl do this, which is perfect for me, right? There's a clip like if you talk Ye peeking or Ye crosshair placement, stuff like that, you get a 30-minute video of him doing his course, and then right underneath that you get like a 90 or like a minute to a 90-second clip of him just like on Pearl doing proper like peeking and like people showing it like why, like in a like a specific situation. So it's like a lot of this, and like he understands when he has to like put his wall pause peek versus like when he can just trace. Right. And so that's the sort of thing like I do and I use for reference. I personally can link that video because I mean, I guess it's kind of hard if you don't know like how to translate that. But that's pretty much the practice I would do for that. Like, so let's say clearing and crosshair placement. I would do that, or what I would do in a custom is I would ping where I want to peek. And I would actually have show map pings on the world. Thank goodness they like brought back this feature, else I would have lost it. And so then I would have just peeked. And bam. You've done it. And we only peek with one key. When we walk and like trace, we can get away with not doing like one. It's better if you do one, but it's fine. But let's say I want to peek here. So I use this to line it up. But it's like a little bit further out. So bada bing. This is where a threat would be. Easy. And so my crosshair is in the general vicinity. And so we can always like fine tune it. And then my crosshair is like hitting there, so that's bad. Let's see, right here. Then I want to peek here. Wall comes here. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm in the rough estimate. It could be better, could be worse. And I don't want to overexpose, so we peek hall next. Bam. And that's pretty much how I would do. I would literally come into like a custom and practice that for like an hour a day, and then I would play like my games. It's really time consuming for sure, guaranteed. Like you can always go like down to like 15-30 minutes a day, or like even like on blocks when you're like free, like you have like 15 free minutes. I'm a freak, Salad. You know I'm a freak. You know, you've literally seen me like learn utility in a custom game for like 2 hours at a time. You know I'm a freak. I think a more reasonable ask is like 15, 30 minutes a day. No, I definitely have a very high view on work ethic. Consistency. Yes. That was a good time. I actually really enjoyed that. That map is no longer in rotation right now. I'm kind of sad. I learned all that just to move on. But that's pretty much it. Like, cause the only thing like we want to do, and honestly, like the only thing we want to turn it into is a habit, right? And so like we don't want to overload ourselves on theory. I've really been on this kick lately where, because it's a problem that I've had for so long when I've learned like literally any skill. Like this has followed me into language learning. This has followed me into like art. This has followed me into any sort of studying I'm doing. This has definitely followed me into Valorant, where I'm just kind of watching content and content and content and content and content, and I'm just watching how to do all these things, and I'm not doing it. And so that's kind of what I want to strive to, is like we want to build habits, so we have to build it through practice. And like however long that practice takes a week is different for everyone else, right? Like it could take you 20 hours to like learn, like to like make one of like the skills a habit. Yeah, I do torture my brain to such a degree that it's not healthy. Or at least I used to. Now I don't. Because I just like, instead of learning new theory, I just practice when I need to practice. And then once my brain can do, like, make it as a habit, life's good. Life is so good. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah. You spend 2 hours doing it once and never again. Yeah. I honestly wouldn't recommend you to, like, sit for 2 hours and do, like, this task. I honestly would, like, I would break it up even further. Like, instead of you having, like, weekly coaching sessions, I would honestly have you do, like, 2 weeks, but, like, every day is like your 15 minutes of like practice for whatever like mechanical or utility skill you need to like work on. You give yourselves 15 minutes, then like you would move on, do whatever you have to do after that, and then like keep building that up, and then we then evaluate if that's become a habit after practicing it properly, and then we would move on. Because my 2 hours of practice is from, I'm very masochistic, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not even close to normal. Like the amount of times I've actually practiced this proper jump peak is actually probably criminal. And me doing this one as well. Like I've done both so much that I honestly would like to have those hours back. Anytime, please and thank you. How many hours do you think I practiced that jump peak, by the way? Because it's not a normal amount of hours. This one took less time, but this one took way more time. 14? You're kind of close. It took me about 20 hours. But that's like learning both variants. You still watch me practice all the time? Yeah. Yep. You would see me, I would literally be in Swifts or like unrateds with the gang, and they would just be watching me jump peak for like an entire round. Like they're literally taking the other side. I'm just over here still jump peaking. Yeah, jump peaking Haven T long as Astra. Yep. You remember. I'm telling you, a lot of it was like accidental. Like I accidentally got good at this game because I practiced like a freak for no reason. Like I didn't even have structured practice. I just like fell backwards into practicing properly. Because I'll tell you right now, it was not purposeful. Think like if I had the same knowledge I do now when I first started playing the game, I would be like a Radiant player, but I'm not. So, what can you do? What can you do? Gotta do it from now. Just become a Radiant at 30. Life's chilling. Oh, actually, hold on. I do want to spoil my next YouTube video. Hold on, I want to spoil it real quick because I'm kind of proud of this thumbnail. Radiant at 40, let's go. Let's go. All right, hold on. I'm gonna give it a sec. Hold on. All right. So this is the thumbnail for the next video. If you have like a guess on what the video is going to be. That's the thing. Oh yeah, we'll do predictions, I promise. Yeah. I got sidetracked a lot. But there you go. That's the thumbnail. Hand drawn. Well, not hand drawn, but like you know, I have a guess. Really? Like these, like I guess my my title's gonna have to carry then, huh? No, fair. I think both sides are like important, yeah. Like it's important to like enjoy the like competitive scene, but I'm also down to teach like how to play the game. So I'm down. Let me see the games coming up for Americas. Let's see. All right, so we have Loud Sentinels, G2 Leviathan, Evil Geniuses MIBR, NRG Crew. All right, we're gonna get the hard ones out of the way. So Loud Sentinels, this is actually going to sound blasphemous, but I actually think that Loud will beat Sentinels. I think it's going to be a 2-1. That is definitely going to show up really well. Nice, good yellow color. Let's pick something a lot easier to see. A 2-1. Yeah, I heard that like Dubious, you meant like Potter, and I would actually sell my soul to have that opportunity. New Loud over Sen, yeah. I am actually really big on this Loud team. Oh, you didn't? I remember Potter came to a one of the camps, if I recall correctly, hearing that correctly, or people were just kind of yanking my chain. Yeah, I would sell my soul to either coach next, like as an assistant coach to Potter, or like play under Potter. Like those are literally like top 2 dreams that I know I like very unlikely to achieve, but I'm willing to work and strive for it though. Like you talk to your CEO, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick too. Like even still, like being able to have an interview with like a CEO is pretty cool. Like it's such a insane opportunity. Let's go. Did you like I assume a lot of the questions were more like organizational based, but like did you ask like why they dropped their 2023 roster? And because you might know, because I did this as like a little bit of a thing. I like during the interview, I think I put the chair into full view of the I put that in full view of the camera just to show that I'm the biggest EG supporter on the planet. Because they couldn't afford to pay him. Yeah, I think that's the news that came out, but I want to know if there's like internal reasons behind that. Oh, it was right before they dropped. Oh, it wouldn't have come up. There's no, you couldn't have known that. There's no way. Oh, that's tough. Dang, that's tough. Oh well. The world will never know. I guess the better question was like, did you regret doing it? But then again, like you physically couldn't have asked that. There's no way. monetizing the pro esport. No, like professional esports is literally a money. It's not a money laundering scheme, but it is where money goes to die. Like it just sucks up money. Like I'm surprised of any organization that can turn a profit. I know Carmine Corps turns a profit. I know Sentinels turns a profit, but those are like high, like in their respective field, like very high profile, sell a lot of jerseys, sell a lot of merch, do all that. Yeah, Money Pit. Yeah, that's more apt description for sure, 100%. Yeah, content too. But then I've seen a lot of like 100 Thieves in particular. Their content team does not make them a lot of money, and they drop them very frequently. Some teams have good like content squads. I think Sentinels has a good content squad because I think they're partnered with Saucy still, Saucy and 10 still. I think G2 is good. I think G2 has a lot of content going crazy. Like overall, like all the scenes. I think NRG also might be turning. I don't think NRG are turning a profit, but they definitely have a lot of content going out. Yeah, Saucy is cool. I like Saucy. I like initiator players who bring me Saucy VODs to look at. Yeah. I think like he just was playing for so long. He got so rich. He's making more money off of streaming. I don't blame him for retiring. I mean, hey, spend time at home with your family. Just play, watch games, enjoy your life. You already have a career made for yourself. Like, run it, dude. Retired a champion, 2-time like LAN winner. Like, I'd take it. You use the notes, MVP'd the game. Believe it or not, when you... I'm not going to take full credit of that because that could just be coincidence where you perform the notes and then like you go crazy. So I'm not going to take credit for that. You have full credit for that game. Well played, well played. Now, if you can consistently do that over the course of like the next like week or two, oh, then I'll take credit all the way. I'm the best coach on the planet. You better be like building me a shrine or something. No. But seriously, good work, good work. Appreciate you taking the notes to heart and like going after it like almost immediately. You just said, hey, notes are done. Let me run it. I think G2 are gonna 2-1 Lev. As much as I love Lev, I think I like Lev more than G2, but I think G2 are gonna 2-1 this. I think their map pool right now is pretty good, and Demon 1's pretty questionable right now. Plus their like new edition. They have like another new edition. Can't remember the player. Wow, who's the new edition? Yoink. We're going to see. It is Natank. I gotta see where Natank's head is at. D2's perfect and boring. It's I mean, Jogamo I think fixes their boring aspect because he really does give them a lot more punch than a lot of teams were like than that G2 was. Because Icy is a system player. I'm not gonna like he's good. Icy's good, but he's really a system player who just kind of does what the team needs him to do. And that's fine. Like you'll be on a team, right? But no, Jogamo is going to make this team way more explosive. I love Jogamo. It's so good. He's such a good player. Best Raze NA, not even close. Yeah, Paper Rex are a fun team to watch too. Unfortunately, they got dropped early, if I recall. If I am not yanking your chain. No, they didn't. Okay, they're just playing Detonation Focus Me. Life's good. Brent ran. I'm not going back to Brent. I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing. All right. So, Evil Geniuses versus MIBR. Oh god. The biased EG fan of me is saying 2-0. The realistic version of me is probably saying 1-2. I'm not gonna lie for the Paper X fans. I don't know, man. Maybe. I'll think about it. Does it every time. You don't even know who's on EG anymore. It's Nature, it's Icy, you have Derek, Superman, and Ye. 2-0 against Aspas. I can't believe you're not even saying MIBR. You're saying Aspas. Like, you know. You know. Like, you know what this team is. You know. That actually does look like one of those NBA Build-A teams where like the players are ranked like $5, $4, $3, $2, $1, and you get like $15 to build a team. I feel like this is just like your $5 player and then like a bunch of like two stars. It's like really funny. I'm surprised that team landed. I know they landed it because he wanted to play with Nowzerth, but like I feel like you should have a little bit more depth than that. Can't believe they took Cloud9 out. I'm not surprised. This team is literally just beat NRG and then fall out of whatever tournament they're in. That's quite literally their like game plan. That's all they've done every season so far is beat NRG and then like lose immediately. It's wild. You can't write a better like story for a team. It's so funny. Because Cloud9 versus NRG actually look like the best team on the planet. It's not even close. Like, the way they dismantle NRG is, like, systematically the best on the planet. The second Cloud9 face any other team, they get absolutely manhandled. It's not even funny. I don't know what it is, dude. It's just, it's an experience, I guess. I don't know. A lot of people just don't like NRG, I guess. Like, as, like, pro teams, at least. NRG versus Crew is kind of tough though. I think I'm a big believer in I'm a really big believer in Crew. Like I've always been a big Crew believer. I was when they didn't I call they would make their like way through the lowers in 2023 and just like enter what is it? Like champions, despite the fact that they were like 0-8. But like all their like games are like so close. Did I not believe in them or was I trashing them? I can't remember. I might be giving myself the benefit of like hindsight. Was I like really against Crew for just being really trash, or did I like actually believe in them and think they could actually like be a really top level team? I know most of the group was trashing them, but was I a part of the trashing squad? Because I thought I believed in them. I thought I was like the few versus the many, but maybe I was just trashing them alongside everybody. I don't know. It was a while ago. I just remember EG was good that year. Everyone else was kind of a blur. Yeah, I don't know. I won't take credit, but like maybe I did. I don't know. But like so definitely now, Crew are in a weird spot where like they faced a good team in Loud and they lost, but it was close. And then they literally like destroyed like a baby on a playground. Like it's not even fair what they did to 2Game. So like this is actually quite literally like this game was illegal. Actually, if I show, hold on, let me show this game because it's actually quite horrible. So it was a 2-0, right? But like it was a 13-3 and a 13-2. Like they quite literally just like showed them the door. I mean there's getting beat. And there's getting beat like that. When do the games start? Friday. This Friday is the games will start back up. And we will go to lower round 3 until next weekend. And it'll be like next Friday. Yeah, for Americas. I think EMEA is playing already. I think EMEA had games today. I didn't watch any. Yeah, EMEA games played. Vitality beat Foot. Heretics beat BBL. Wow, Vitality versus Heretics. Who would have guessed, man? Who would have guessed? And so now you have Gentlemates, Giants, and then Face of Me Squad. Rip Fnatic. I know what happened to Fnatic. Okay, when they let Durka go and they let Hero go, I'm like, this team is going to crumble to the ground. Like, there's no way they're going to stay competitive. Like, I don't care how good Boaster is as an IGL. I don't care how good Alpha Yair and Chronicle are, because I don't even think they have Leo. Did they field Leo? Who they field? They fielded a completely different squad. Oh yeah, because they have Crashies and Kajak. Like, they didn't feel like Leo just stopped playing. I don't know what happened to it. I don't remember the actual news behind it. But yeah, they're like literally putting a heavy focus in Alpha Yair. Like, Kajak is good. Don't get me wrong, he's good. But this man is not like, oh, he's filling in for Leo still? I got you. Okay. Chillin'. I mean, hopefully he shows up. It's a health thing. I got you. I didn't remember the entire news behind him. But like, Kajak is not Durka. We know that he's not Durka. It's fine that he's not Durka, but he's not Durka. Crashies used to play for NRG. It was one of the golden boys. It was like the biggest biggest Optic player for the longest time. Yeah, this is Crashy's first move. This guy played literally for Optic and NRG for like 3-4 years. It was just unfortunate. NRG thought they needed to make a change, and they kind of did, but like, I didn't think they'd drop him. What's up, Will? How's it going? But yeah, that's pretty much what I think Fnatic are kind of like. There was a video by Platoon that was just like, Boaster really just shoots himself in the foot just to make sure that like Kajak, Alpha Yair, and Chronicle all have good games, which they all do. Don't get me wrong, these guys are good. But like, he always like plays a self-sacrificial role when he can honestly just shoot people and win the game. But yeah, I'm not surprised about this Vitality Heretics, because these squads are sick. Like, Safe, Trex, Durka, Les, Kicks, and then like, this is just straight up Heretics from last year, and Heretics were like the second best team in the world. So what can you do? This is a good final, or upper final at least. Yeah, China got completed, and I'm surprised how we got here, but I'm not surprised with the end result. So like, I was really surprised when Trace beat EDG, and they made that like look easy too. Like they literally 13-4'd them twice, and it wasn't even close. Then EDG got mad, and yeah, they showed up. They showed up, and they got really angry on Fracture. Did I finish the crew NRG? I think I said 2-1 for crew. I don't think I did actually. Am I trying to hide it? Yeah, I think I said 2-1. It's just I rewatched the Cloud9 NRG series, and it's just like, oh man. Now, you believe what you want. You can believe that NRG will 2-0 crew, but I'm on the fence. I think it's a 2-1 NRG. It'll be a close series though. This is one of the toss-ups. I mean, EG, just give me NRG. I mean, you can root for them. I'm not gonna root against them when they play. Like, I'll watch this game and I'll be like, let's go NRG, dun dun da da da. Let's go NRG, dun dun da da dun. You know me. But like, crew as of right now are just, I think they're the better team. I think NRG has the better player in Mata. Yeah, true. You just hope that I'm wrong all the time. Yeah, I personally think this kid is special. Like, Mata is probably top 5 America's player, and so like, you have that going for you. It just kind of depends if he can like shoot against Kesnet. Like, it's really this matchup that you want to like are gonna worry about. If they set up Mata and this guy gets the ball rolling and Kesnet doesn't get rolling, it's like, oh boy, let's go. But if it's like an even duel, I have no idea. Like, I think the surrounding core behind like the crew team is just better overall than like NRG. But Mata is quite literally so good at this game, man. He's so good. I mean, like, okay, so this is why this looks really weird, because NRG on paper are like the best team on the planet, right? They have an amazing IGL in finesse. Som is literally one of, if not the best controller player in Americas. Maybe not now, but he was last year. Literally no like control. Mata is a top 5 player in the region, which is a great sign. Ethan is an amazing like mid-round calmer, mid-round specialist, has a lot of great utility as well. And Verno's just a nice solid like glue piece that allows the team to stay together. So it was really surprising when they lost to Cloud9. It really threw me for a loop. I have no idea what this team's gonna do, man. I have no idea. But like this crew team is so good, dude. Like Shy already gets a pass. This guy's one of the best. Kesnet is already like proven himself as an amazing jet. Like Melzer and Mazzino have also just been super solid on their respective teams for so long. And Averso just coming out like back from tier 2 is an amazing caller. This dude is quite literally one of the best IGLs that we have in the region. Like, it's not even close. So like this will be a strong matchup. Just chalk that to Oxy and Zeppa. Personally, NRG just kind of got rolled on Fracture, and they shouldn't have. Like, I know it went to OT, but they got rolled on their defense because they played like super passively on their like weak side. I can bring it up. Hold on. There's like a. So like they really didn't fight really well for Arcade. Despite the fact that the enemy team, because the enemy team was not running the breach, they were running like Tejo and no flash, so they could have just been like, smoke here, we hold Arcade, and now these guys have to wait or like do something weird. But instead, they would like smoke deep. They would just come out of bench and just fight them Arcade and win. It was so bizarre. Yeah, no, but like, do you know what like NRG did to like Cloud9 after the fact? Like after they lost Arcade so many times, guess what? They literally went Arcade almost every other round. Like it was actually wild. They were like, oh, Arcade's really important. They're really kicking our keisters in Arcade. Let's start taking Arcade, boys. And so they took Arcade and they made it look easy because they had the breach, which makes taking Arcade like way easier. And so that's like how they won like a significant portion of their matches towards that tail end. That wasn't anything, but like this one is like really tough. The Lotus game was just kind of like there were some small key differences, or not differences, but like key moments that like just made it really tough. Like Mata wasn't firing on all cylinders yet, which is always rough, especially when like Oxy isn't either. But Zeppa was good. Like their system was really good, both on attack and defense. Like Cloud9 had it. The NC loaded. Oh yeah, true. I remember. What was the last one I didn't look at? I didn't look at Pacific that closely. What's happening over here? T1 Talon, Genji, DRX. I'm actually really surprised that, okay, I don't know if DRX just got a bye and then they placed like a weak team, because I have no idea the relative strength of this matchup between Zeta and Nongshim Red Force, because this is an Ascension team beating like Zeta, and I don't know how strong either of these teams are. Like on paper, both of these teams can be trash, and like I don't know, like they were close games, so give it to Zeppa. I mean, Zeppa's good. So I have no idea. This could honestly, like this matchup right here could honestly just be Genjing saying like, okay, we're the big dogs of Korea. You guys are not going to touch us. Get ready to get like 13-3'd. Like they could say that, or it could be a close series. Like I have no idea. Know your feelings on Zeta? I know my feelings on Zeta now too, because they're absolutely garbage. I love Zeta too. I love our Japanese boys, but man, they're not good at Valorant. Like they went against like a real team in Paper X and they folded like an omelet. It's not even like Fracture was kind of competitive, but that's because like Paper X started on defense, and whenever they start on defense, it's like whatever. And then their attack was just like Insano style. You couldn't touch them. It was pretty pretty unfortunate. Like Depp has been having like a season, but like a lot of these players are like first years or like builds from tier 2. So I didn't expect like a crazy like save from them. Yeah, they flip pistol. It's wild. The fact that Detonation Focus Me won a match honestly kind of makes me mad. This is a full new team, by the way. This is a whole new team. Like, none of these players were on this roster last year. Like, this is a full, fresh starting 5. And I do not think that this was a team that was together in tier 2 either. Like, it's actually wild that this is, like, real. But they beat this squad. So, was it even close? Oh, it was really close. Well, yeah, Global's new too, which kind of means that, like, Detonation Focus Me is kind of getting the, like, Zeta division treatment where they kind of got beat by, like, not a real team. And now they're facing a real team and they're probably just going to crumble under the pressure. What did Secret lose to? Wait, Secret lost to Global. Wait, what? Wait, how bad Secret? Wait, is Secret bad? Wait, what? What? No way. Secret's not bad. This is Jesse Vash, 2G, Oreo, Jeremy, Envy. There's no way this team's bad. This team's not bad. There's no... Whoa. Wait, these scores are wild. A nice little Lotus game into a couple of 4s. What happened? Holy, I'd have to watch this back. What happened? I mean, of course they're not firing, but like, these are stomps. Of course they're not going to have high kill part. This one's even more wild. Holy moly. What happened? Holy, they just crumbled. Get back a 4-team region? I don't know. Maybe. Secret looks like a team until, like, I look closely. Like, they got crushed by Global. And then Global lost to Detonation. Rex beat Detonation, but it was close. What happened here? No, I gotta know. I gotta get to the bottom of this. What happened here? Because I know this is the Monyet, Estrella, Jemkin, Zero, Cushy team. So, like, I know that this squad is good. So, close series. Detonation actually took the first map. That's on Abyss. That's wild. Oh, and oh my. What is going on? What is this? What is happening? Wait, what is happening? What is this close first map into 2 complete stomps the other way? What is this? This is the second time it's happened with some weird team. What? It happened to Global in the uppers, and it happened to Detonation in the uppers. What is happening? Is this just like a 1-map region where, like, all these teams are good at 1 map and then they just literally can't play any other map? Is that it? There's no way, because this is not even remotely close. Like, these guys just straight up feasted on him. What's going on? What's going on, dude? Because I don't even know about Boom. Boom lost to T1, which is fair, and then they lost to this team, which is probably fair, maybe. What the? Okay, maybe they're just not good at Pearl. Like, fair. Yeah, fair. This is actually fair. Like, Berserk, Famous, Shiro, NC Slasher. That makes sense. Like, Boom is like another relegation team. Or like, these are both like Ascension teams, rather, not relegation. So like, that makes sense. Every one of these other teams kind of makes sense. Like, T1 beating, like, Paper X honestly makes sense to me. Like, I can see it. Like, I think T1's a good team. Talon being Global makes sense. Genji beating Rex makes sense. DRX beating this team makes sense. Like, the top 4 makes sense. And then, like, Paper X being down here, and they're probably just going to cruise to lower round 3 until, like, one of the top teams fall. I don't know. Is it close? Is it, like, far? I feel like it's far, dude. Or, like, APAC has a bunch of, like, 1-map teamers where, like, if you ban their favorite map, they just crumble. Is that it? That has to be it. Because there's too many instances, right? Where, like, they win a close map and they just get stomped. Like, close map here, T1 win. But they were, like, close against T1. Wait, Boom was close against T1. Boom might be good, actually. Boom might be good. I'm not sure. What's happening? Because this is close. Like, both of their series were close. Right? That makes sense. Was this one close? Like, I know the scores and everything, but it seems like these were competitive matches. So, like, this team is competitive. Rex is competitive, right? Like, they beat this team. Yeah, they made it look easy. This is one of the easy ones. Like, this is where, like, they were just like, this team is a fake. This is a fraud. They lost to Gen G, and it was a close series, right? Yeah, it was a very close series. Like, this isn't as far away. Okay. What's going on, dude? What is this region? Like, I can't gauge this region at all. Like, Boom is not ready yet, but they're close. So that's fine. Team Secret just kind of got worked, which is okay. It's whatever. They kind of struggled. Detonation Focus Me beat Global is kind of weird. It's kind of throwing me off. Is like, is the bottom like really bad, or is like, or is this region like super competitive? Or like the middle of like the region super competitive? Because I do think it's like a top like maybe 5. Honestly, like all these teams are really good. Like Talon's good, T1's good, Paper X is good, Gen G's good, DRX is good. Or maybe DRX might be frauds. I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll see with Gen G. If they get like 13-3 on both maps, then yeah, they're frauds. But like, surely this is like a top 4, like top 5 region with like a very strong mid region, right? So like, there's like 4 or 5 teams that fight for the top spots, but there's like the rest 6 teams are honestly going for mid, and there really isn't like a bottom feeder anymore, like there was. Because I thought it was Detonation, but then they took like a series off somebody that was like good. Like something about that doesn't compute with me. No other region doesn't make sense, by the way. Like, not a single one. Like, if I go back to China, like, China makes sense. Everything here makes sense, right? The top series of teams also, like, just makes so much sense, right? EDG top, Trace second, Bilibili, DRG, FPX. These are all, like, really good teams. And then these teams are all kind of, like, they're still in, like, their rebuild phase. They have the same squads. They're gonna struggle. And so they kind of have struggled. And, like, all these scores kind of make sense, too, right? Like, close series, but they're not like ready for like the big boys yet. Like, cause like this team fought like Bilibili. They played their hearts out, but it just wasn't enough. Yeah. So the only anomaly is this series right here. Like whatever happened here just didn't feel right. Like we watched this series. Like we watched both these games. We're like, what is happening? It turns out they were just shooting them, and it worked. They shot them in the head and they're like, wow, that's a great idea. And then just kept shooting them and it worked. Because, like, strategically wise, it wasn't like anything crazy. Billy, stay away from international. He had to make a national first for it matters. Energy has a long road ahead of themselves, actually. Right? I mean, are we going to curse Billy for, like, generations? I feel like they don't deserve that. Maybe they do, actually. I don't know. Let's see. Everything here makes sense, though. Like America's has always been strangely competitive. Like, literally, the bottom barrel teams can make it to, like, the international events. It's actually wild. Until FNS retires, so you have a year. Billy just has to be bad for 1 more year. But they're good right now. They're top 3. Like, they're 3rd. Like, surely. Surely they make one again. Make 1 more appearance. But no, it's like oddly competitive in this region. Like this is like any team could honestly like go all the way. Like, yeah, I know there's like teams that are already been eliminated. Like maybe Fury is a bottom of the barrel team. And maybe G2 as well. Or 2G. I can't yeah, it's gonna mess me up too. But like those teams are like the teams that'll struggle. Like 100 Thieves, like Natron made a tweet on like we need to change something up for 100 Thieves because this isn't working. And it's like that team was like good last year. And they bottomed out of the first tournament. Like of the year against like good teams, right? They lost against they beat MIBR, lost to Sentinels, such a good team, and then they lost to NRG in a close series. It's like, what? They're fine. Let them play. Just keep them together and like keep working. Like you just need more prep, right? We can't be losing like our bind games is probably like a big thing though. Like if you get bind, you shouldn't lose to NRG. Personally, but like they took Lotus, they lost to Pearl, which is fine. It's whatever. They played really well. They lost their bind. I mean, you're losing your best map against like a team that's like also known for bind being their really good map. It's like you just have to keep working in the lab. Yeah, energy's good on bind. I was about to like backtrack back into it. I think of the remaining teams, I think EG is like the weakest team still here. Like unironically, I think EG is like the weakest team here. Like this top 8 actually makes a lot of sense to me, but like Yeah, I think EG's like the weakest. And then everything else is just kind of subjective. Like, I think honestly, a lot of these teams can take games off each other, but I think Crew might be the one team that's not like top 3. I think every one of the other teams that's not like EG can be top 3, but like not them. I think Crew is like well, I don't know. No, I think Crew can do it. Yeah, 100 Thieves going out early was kind of weird. But like, it happens, right? This team's very streaky. So either they win the entire event or they lose early. And it's like not even close in between. There's a couple of teams like that. I think Cloud9's also pretty streaky. Like, Cloud9 is like, they'll win a lot. And then like they'll get to a point where like if they lose one game, they're just out. Like they're so momentum based, it's not even funny. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are just like rough eliminations. I think the one team, like the one round that was kind of like weak was like Fury EG. Like that's probably like the one like weak one. Because other than that, and like the Crew one was kind of like rigged from the start. Sorry, got Ohio'd. But I mean, these two series could have gone either way. Like Cloud9 could have beat MIBR and like 100 Thieves could have beat NRG. Yeah, 2G, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep messing that up for sure, 100%. Then what? There's like EMEA. EMEA is kind of worse. EMEA is in a rough spot right now. Because like... Like, I know Navi's not good. I'm surprised that Carmine Core got eliminated early. That was like the one like surprising early elim. I'm not surprised about Koi. I think that team is honestly just trash. Still, they still haven't fixed everything about this team that needs to like get better. Yeah, they signed like they signed good players, but it's just like it's their whole system is like tough, you know? But like this, the region looks like very top heavy, which is kind of annoying. Like it does look like it's going to be another one of those years where it's like Vitality, Heretics are going to fight for the top spots, and like maybe Foot and maybe BBL will like try to fight for it. Maybe Fnatic as well, like Giant X, Team Liquid. I don't know about Gentlemates. Gentlemates might. Gentlemates might fight for it, right? But like you don't know. You never know. I don't know. I think like a lot of these teams are just kind of like there's only like 2 teams that I don't think are going to be good this year, and it's like Na'Vi and like Koi. But then like Na'Vi could always do like the weird thing where they just become like really like stupidly good in the regular season just out of nowhere. Like they'll lose their first 2 games, then they'll just start winning the rest of the year. And then they'll just bomb out of the playoffs really early. It's like I can see that happening. Especially with like a squad like this. We believe in Na'Vi? I don't anymore. I mean, a lot what like made Na'Vi is just kind of gone, right? No Zipan, no artists. Like that FPS squad, perpetual wildcard, true. I actually believe in that though. Like I believe that Na'Vi could literally like bomb out and like go like 0-7 this regular season or 0-12 this regular season. Or they can just like they'll lose 2 games, go 10-2, and then bomb out of the playoffs. I don't think they'll win, but they're a team that can honestly just like go from like a projected like 8th or like last place into like a top 3. It's so wild. It's so weird. I don't think they'll be like the best teams, right? Like I don't think they'll ever beat like a Heretics or a Vitality, but like I think Na'Vi can literally beat any of the other teams. I actually don't think there's a lot of teams that can beat Heretics. So far, the only team that has taken a map off them is Gentlemates, which is kind of surprising. Where they take the map off? And they took it on Abyss, which is actually kind of weird. Right? That's actually kind of weird. In comparison to like what... Oh, well, and then like immediately after, they're just like, okay, we just learned Fracture. Enjoy. So... This is such a weird comp too. What in tarnation are they doing? Man, I get running the Cypher. Like EMEA really just loves Cypher for some reason, but it's like it's Fracture, dude. You're not playing KJ? Really? Man, I'm down, I guess, but sure. And then you play KJ on Pearl, it's like what? Surely that's not subjective. Maybe it is. I think this is just a rough matchup. I think Vitality is just a good team. I think if they didn't beat, I think if Carmine Court beat Vitality, I think Vitality gets eliminated in lowers. But like, no, I have no idea. Anyway, I think that's enough VCT talk for me. It's 9:15. I'm gonna go like do other things, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I'm a call it for here. Thank you guys so much for watching, if indeed you still are. Good luck on the climb, and I'll catch you guys next time. I forgot about the Brent rant, but I need to go off so I can use the restroom. Bye-bye. Good night.